Homecoming at Lincoln University was meant to be a joyful reunion, a time when the campus came alive with the energy of returning alumni, proud students, and families eager to share in the tradition. For generations, this annual event had been a highlight of the academic year, a moment when the past and present came together, and the spirit of the Lions was on full display. The air was filled with pride and celebration, as laughter echoed across the grounds and old friends reconnected, sharing stories and memories beneath the autumn leaves. On October 25, 2025, the campus buzzed with excitement. Students, alumni, and families gathered under autumn skies, united in Lion pride. The day was marked by parades, music, and the vibrant colors of school banners waving in the breeze. Children played on the lawns, and the sense of community was stronger than ever. But as night fell, the festivities were shattered by gunfire outside the International Cultural Center, turning a safe haven into chaos. In an instant, the joyful noise was replaced by screams and confusion, as people scrambled for safety and the reality of the tragedy set in. The joy of the day vanished instantly, replaced by fear and disbelief. Friends clung to each other, searching for loved ones in the crowd, while others tried to make sense of the unthinkable. Lincoln University, a historic beacon for generations, was now the site of heartbreak. The campus, once alive with celebration, was left in stunned silence, its familiar landmarks now bearing witness to tragedy. The violence struck at the core of a community built on unity, leaving everyone reeling. Students, faculty, and families gathered in small groups, offering comfort and support as they tried to process what had happened. What began with parades and laughter ended in sirens and sorrow. The decorations that once symbolized hope and tradition now lay abandoned, a stark reminder of how quickly joy can turn to grief. Now, the campus stands quiet, banners hanging in mourning as the community searches for healing. In the days to come, Lincoln University would lean on its legacy of resilience, coming together to honor those affected and to begin the long journey toward recovery. In the aftermath, the true cost is measured in lives forever changed. At least one person lost their life, a devastating blow to family, friends, and the entire university. 6 others were injured, rushed to hospitals, their futures suddenly uncertain. Each victim, student or visitor, was part of the Lincoln community, their stories interrupted by violence. The campus holds its breath, united in concern and hope for the injured. The trauma extends beyond the wounded. Every witness, every friend, now carries the weight of that night. The sense of safety on campus has been shattered. The emotional toll is immense, leaving a deep wound in the Lincoln family. Acknowledging this pain is the first step toward healing. What began as a night of celebration quickly turned into a scene of terror. Witnesses described the moment as pure chaos, music and laughter replaced by the sudden jarring crack of gunfire. The air, once filled with excitement and anticipation, was instantly shattered. People froze in disbelief, unable to process what was happening as the sounds echoed across the campus grounds. Confusion swept through the crowd, and in a matter of seconds, panic took hold. The reality of an active shooter set in, and the festive atmosphere dissolved into fear and uncertainty. Students and guests looked around frantically, searching for loved ones, unsure of where the danger was coming from or where to run. People scattered in every direction, desperate to escape the threat. Some dove behind cars and bushes, while others pressed themselves against buildings, hoping to stay out of sight. The instinct to survive took over, and the once lively crowd became a sea of terrified faces, each person trying to find safety in the chaos. Lincoln University Police Chief Marc, who was nearby, heard the shots ring out and immediately sprang into action. He and his officers rushed toward the source of the gunfire, determined to protect students and restore order amid the confusion. The celebration dissolved into a frantic search for safety. Friends were separated in the rush, calling out for each other as they tried to navigate the chaos. Some clung to strangers, united by fear, while others ran blindly, desperate to escape the danger. Emergency response was swift, but the sheer number of people and vehicles made it difficult for first responders to reach the scene. Crowds and traffic clogged the campus roads, forcing ambulances and police cars to inch forward as precious seconds ticked by. First responders navigated the gridlock with urgency, weaving through the crowds to reach the wounded. Paramedics and police worked side by side, tending to the injured and securing the area, their faces set with determination despite the chaos around them. In the aftermath, Students huddled together in small groups, shaken and searching for comfort. Some wept openly, while others sat in stunned silence, trying to make sense of what had just happened. The sense of community was palpable, as friends and strangers alike leaned on each other for support. The flashing lights of emergency vehicles cast a somber glow over the campus, illuminating the faces of those who remained. The once vibrant university grounds were now marked by fear and uncertainty, the echoes of the night's events lingering in the air. A night meant for joy and unity became a nightmare that no one could have anticipated, leaving a community in shock and forever changed by the violence that shattered their homecoming celebration. In the hours after the shooting, clear communication was vital. District Attorney Christopher de Barrena-Sarobe led the public briefing, urging calm and cooperation. He called on anyone with information, photos, or videos to contact authorities, emphasizing the community's role in finding answers. Lincoln University Police Chief Partee described the campus as devastated, focusing on safety and support. University leaders worked with law enforcement to secure the campus and reassure students. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro offered state support and solidarity. The unified response aimed to manage the crisis and begin the healing process. The message was clear. The community would not face this tragedy alone. Lincoln University's immediate priority was the well-being of its students and staff. Counseling and support services were mobilized the next morning, offering a safe space for grief and healing. Faculty and resident advisors provided flexibility and support, fostering an environment where it's okay to seek help. The university emphasized a holistic approach. Healing happens in every interaction, not just in counseling offices. Campus police maintained a strong presence, reassuring students and families. Communication was constant, with updates on safety and resources. The university's embrace was clear. We are here for you, and we will get through this together. In a time of crisis, care and connection became the foundation for recovery. As grief settled in, investigators worked tirelessly to piece together what happened. A command post was set up at the scene, with local, state, and federal agencies combing for evidence. One person was detained with a firearm, but no charges have been filed yet. Authorities suspect more than one shooter, suggesting a complex situation. Motive remains unclear, but officials do not believe it was a planned mass attack. Investigators urge anyone with information or footage to come forward. Every detail matters in the pursuit of justice and understanding. The tragedy sent shockwaves far beyond campus, deeply wounding Lincoln's close-knit community. What happened here was not just a headline or a fleeting moment in the news cycle. It was a profound loss that touched every corner of the university and the town that surrounds it. The pain was immediate, but its impact continues to unfold, affecting lives in ways both seen and unseen. As the nation's first degree-granting HBCU, Lincoln is more than a school. It's a family. Generations have walked these grounds, forging lifelong friendships and building a legacy of excellence and resilience. The sense of belonging here runs deep, and every student, faculty member, and alum feels a personal connection to the institution's storied history. Homecoming, the ultimate reunion, was violated, leaving alumni and students devastated. What should have been a celebration of unity and tradition became a moment marked by sorrow and disbelief. The echoes of laughter and music were replaced by silence and tears, as the community struggled to process the unthinkable. The pain resonates through generations, uniting graduates in grief and protective anger. Elders who once walked these halls now comfort the young, sharing stories of perseverance and hope. The tragedy has become a thread that ties together past and present, reminding everyone of the strength found in unity. The local community and HBCUs nationwide rallied in support, recognizing a blow to one is a blow to all. Messages of solidarity poured in from across the country, as students, alumni, and supporters stood shoulder to shoulder, determined to uplift Lincoln and defend the values it represents. The sense of sanctuary was shattered, creating collective trauma. Spaces once filled with laughter and learning now carry a weight of uncertainty. The familiar rhythms of campus life have been disrupted, replaced by a lingering sense of vulnerability. Students now feel anxious in once safe spaces. Parents worry for their children. The trust that once defined the campus experience has been shaken, and the path to feeling secure again seems long and uncertain. Rebuilding trust and security will take time and commitment. The administration is working tirelessly to address concerns, improve safety measures, and provide support for those affected. Counselors and community leaders are stepping up, offering spaces for healing and honest conversation. The bonds that define Lincoln are being tested, but also strengthened by shared resolve. In the face of adversity, students, faculty, and alumni are coming together, determined to protect what makes their community special. Acts of kindness and resilience are everywhere, reminding everyone that hope endures. Healing will require patience, understanding, and unity. But as Lincoln moves forward, its spirit remains unbroken. Together, the community is learning to carry the weight of loss while holding on to the promise of a brighter, safer future. The shooting has forced a hard look at campus safety, raising urgent questions for universities everywhere. Lincoln's protocols are under review, especially for large events like homecoming. Balancing security with a welcoming atmosphere is a challenge all schools face. Increased police presence has helped restore order, but long-term solutions are needed. Conversations now include event screening, coordination with local law enforcement, and broader gun violence prevention. For parents, the tragedy amplifies fears and demands transparency from universities. Institutions must show unwavering commitment to student safety. The challenge is clear: protect the campus while preserving its spirit. As shock fades, Lincoln University begins the long journey toward healing. The scars, visible and invisible, will take time to mend, but the spirit of Lincoln is unbreakable. Healing requires courage, compassion, and unity. Formal counseling and informal support are both vital. Every act of kindness matters. This tragedy can strengthen community bonds and inspire renewed purpose. The Lincoln family can honor victims by recommitting to scholarship, leadership, and service. Open dialogue and collective action will make the campus stronger. Hope remains for recovery, for justice, and for a safe future. The heart of the lion still beats strong. Together, Lincoln will emerge from darkness, more united and resilient than ever.